This is Jean.
Hi, I'm Jean Dominguez, and I am from Corrales, New Mexico. Born and raised in New Mexico. There aren't too many of us anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
I hear that's kind of like New Yorkers too. Like there's not very many New Yorkers that are from New York.
well, we have a lot of New Yorkers just up the hill in Rio Rancho.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When I first moved in, that was all there were New Yorkers in Rio Rancho.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, we've all acclimated to each other and get along very well with each other. But I live just down the hill, which is right next to Albuquerque, and have made this my home for a while. I was born and raised in northern New Mexico. I am a shaman, and I do practice energy work, and I work with the Peruvian tradition of shamanism. I also am a pipe carrier, and started off with the Lakota tradition and then branched out and have trained with many others who are not Lakota, but
What is a pipe carrier?
a pipe carrier is that I work with the sacred pipe, and I use the pipe as part of my healing. And when you become a pipe carrier and you take up the pipe, you do incorporate it with your healing. Anytime this pipe is put together, like it is now, it's joined with the female and the male part. The bowl and the stem are joined, in other words. The pipe is working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I am currently, after doing a vision quest this last year, was instructed to bring the eagle and the condor together. And I saw in my vision the eagle coming down from the west, holding the pipe in its beak, and the condor flying up from the south, from the north, not the west, flying up from the south with my mesa, which is my tradition, in its claws. And they're joined together. So they're joining forces in order to work together. So at the present time, even though I do teach classes with two wonderful partners from Colorado, Dale and Ginger Lee, we teach shaman classes, the 4 directions, and advanced work. But I am now taking those classes, and the people that have finished those are now able to take another class, which is a class to leads them to become a pipe carrier. But not only to become a pipe carrier, but to use everything that they learned in the other tradition in order to work with the pipe, using both traditions.
So it's just like different tools?
Different tools.
Okay.
And to me, bringing both worlds together is just means a lot, because you can reach so many other people. And
When you say reach other people, in what way do you mean?
in beliefs.
Okay.
One of my visions was I was shown a hospital room that was full of prayer ties.
Which are?
And prayer ties are little, you take a piece of cloth, and as you're tying these cloths, you're filling them up with tobacco, a pinch of tobacco, and as you're doing this, you're praying. And you're tying them up, and you have, I saw lines, rows of prayer ties all over hospital beds and stuff to be used, and saw healings taking place in hospital rooms, and saw people that were on their way to pass, to transition, and saw them surrounded by the prayer ties just to have them have a speedy and a peaceful transition. And with that, not only saw the prayer ties, which is the Native American tradition, but also saw the Andean tradition and all of our letting go, all that we use in order to allow a spirit to leave a body after it has transitioned.
And that's
So it
not,
all
that's,
works
that's
together.
not, so that's not Native American, that's something different.
That is Peruvian tradition.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's joining both traditions. So I, with another partner, also from Colorado, are now sitting down and writing all our booklets, our books for the classes, and setting up classes for these.
cool.
So besides doing my actual working with clients, I also teach classes and love working with people.
So when you work, you have worked with people on Skype as well. So if somebody actually saw you and something said, hey, I want to work with her. you
Oh
could-
yes, I just had a session this morning with a young lady in Taiwan.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to work with you, how would they contact you?
They can reach me at Light Touch Shaman, so LIGHTTOUCHSHAMAN, Light Touch Shaman at gmail.com.
Okay, great. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to ask you. Is there anything else that occurs to you to share?
The work that I do is not done by me. I just become the hollow vessel that Spirit works through, and allow myself to do this.
I love when we talked about this yesterday too, because I kind of got the impression like it was like just taking out the trash, like you were so casual about it. So
Just doing as I'm directed to do.
mhm. And I also love too that you had mentioned that some people think that your trainings are like Reiki on steroids, I think is what you said.
Yes, that's what some of my students say, is that this is like Reiki on steroids. Not to say anything bad about Reiki. Reiki is a wonderful tradition. In fact, I have taught Reiki and am a Reiki master. But yes, shamanism is like, you go so much further.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever, or are you planning to do anything virtually in terms of teaching, or is everything in person right now?
Everything's in person right now. We, my partners and I will consider going to another state
Mm-hmm.
if there are students there
Okay.
and doing the classes there. But for now, we are teaching in Colorado and in New Mexico.
Okay, awesome. So I'll also just mention to anyone who's watching and listening, this lovely lady is going to be on my radio show, World of Perspective Radio, on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So we'll talk some more. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about. But at least this is a nice little introduction. If anyone's curious, I've also done a session with her yesterday. I'd be happy to share about that as well. And you can find that information at relatetocancer.com. So any other last thoughts or last words?
Not at all.
Okay.
Blessings.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye-bye.